Hello ladies and gents. This video is dedicated to the terrible Peixe Aranha. Literal translation from Portuguese to English. The spider fish. But the true name is Weever. These little guys have to be handled with great care, for they are poisonous. The Peixe Aranha. Weever fish is a fish belonging to the Trachinidae family. Unfortunately, many beach dwellers in Portugal have had the misfortune of crossing paths with this little terror. I myself had a difference of opinions with one the other day, and I have it all on tape. It was just another stunning day here in the Algarve. The weather was once again simply amazing, and as the waters were still, and being late June, it was screaming for late-night carapau fishing, horse mackerel fishing in English. Whilst enjoying the views, I got myself set up for the night session ahead of me. It's good to be prepared. As they say, failure to prepare is preparation for failure. First things first. Buckets of water. 1 bucket for washing hands, and, optimistically, the fish I am going to catch, and the other to defrost the engodo, or chum I had in the freezer. This chum is from my sardine bait. I like to remove the scales, cut into fillets and more appropriate sizes for the intended species we want to catch. All the rest, the heads, inners, etc., are mulched up and used. Okay, let's get set up. First, the float rod. I will be using an adjustable 15 grams float. Very light tackle. Float on first. It is adjustable, so no need for precision. Yet. A small 8 grams weight, then a small bead to protect the knot, followed by a swivel. Remember always to moisten your line before tightening any knots, otherwise the heat whilst tightening through friction will weaken your line. And also bring those clips and ends of fishing lines. The oceans do not need any more pollution that they are already sustaining. Next, the leader line. I am using up old stock as I have pre-made leaders. I don't use those square leader line holders anymore. Now I use the round ones. The line tends to gain memory of the bends and just don't keep as well as the round one. I have about 1 meter of leader line. No need for any more based on the species we are after, and we have an adjustable float. The float top is removable and can be replaced with an equivalent-sized chemical light one. All you need to do is crack it, shake it up and insert it into the float. Then you are good for that magical dusk hour and right into the night. These little lights last forever. And in the dark of the night, they go under and cease to be seen. Fish on. Now for the bait, as previously stated. I like to pre-prepare my sardine bait into scaleless fillets. It's just easier to have everything ready. I also use a double-pronged bait needle to which I attach my bait. This little gadget makes life a lot easier. Just hold your bait with it, pierce your bait skin side first, rotate the hook so it sits correctly, then lash with the elasticated bait thread. Remember, do not cover the hook. It needs to be exposed and ready to sink into that fish. And it is that simple. We are fishing. Whilst waiting for a call on line 1, I took to a little spinning. Spinning was not my main intention this day, but I couldn't resist whilst I was awaiting for the call on line 1. I use an inexpensive Shimano Vengeance sea bass 2m70, 10 to 50 grams as rod, and a beautiful little Akami Recluse 4000 as reel. Very happy with the little reel indeed. Things were not going as planned, so I changed my lure. Sometimes that's all it takes. A handful of casts later, and fish on.
Fish on. Peixe Aranha.
The dreaded Peixe Aranha, poisonous weaver fish. As we are aware, this little fish has to be treated with utmost respect and caution. Something I took for granted.
Já nem nega. Oh, já está.
My apologies for the foul language. It just helps with the pain.
Já me picou, caralho.
I continued on and tried to push through the pain, bringing in a little mackerel. But soon decided to call it a day. I could barely reel the reel. It is ever so common for beach dwellers to stand on those 3 spikes they have and think, for instance, they have just stood on a broken shell or something of the sort, to then later realize that they have been stung. The pain is quite intense, and besides bleeding, swelling develops quickly. The only true remedy for the sting is to submerge the affected area in hot water, as hot as you can bear without being unsafe. Generally, the beach lifeguards, nadadores salvadores, will have a bucket on hand, and there are generally beach bars or cafes near whom do not mind providing the hot water. But it is not all doom and gloom. On the upside, the meat is gorgeous. A lovely, firm, lean white fillet, once removed from the bone, skinned, and of course, the spikes or stingers removed. So, beware of this pesky little fish. It's only small, but delivers a really strong blow.